Do you work with someone who makes you dread waking up in the morning? Someone who makes you want to hit the snooze? Someone who just sucks the life out of you? Well, in this series, we're going to talk about how to deal with those people. The people who zap the fun out of getting up and going to work. The people who make you dread pulling off the freeway and into the parking lot. Today, we're going to talk about the bully. The person that intimidates you, who criticizes you, who steals credit and even gossips behind your back. But don't trudge across the parking lot just yet. We're going to make your work life better with just 2 questions. All right, we're back with another how to deal with that person. And today we're talking about how to deal with a coworker who is a bully, or how to deal with a bully. Confession. I was a bully, and sometimes I still am. If I'm having a rough time, things are stressful, or I'm not in a healthy space, or if you trigger me wrong, I can easily fall back into this role. And I had no idea that's how I was perceived by other people. Seriously, I was totally clueless. Until I stumbled upon something called the Enneagram. Now, we have an online course all about the Enneagram. So I'm gonna link to that in the comments below, and I really encourage you to check it out. You can learn a lot about yourself and a whole lot about other people. I discovered that I'm an 8 on the Enneagram. That is the challenger. Literally the definition of a bully. And the Enneagram goes into explaining all 9 personality types. Here all along, I thought that I was just getting to know people and they were feeling intimidated and confronted by me. So check out the Enneagram course and see what number you are. Let's get started with how to deal with coworkers like me, or how to deal with a bully. We're gonna stick to those same 2 questions that we've been sticking to throughout this series. So question number 1 is, why are they being a bully? And question number 2 is, what are we going to do about it? Now, our what today is kind of long, so bear with me. I'm going to get through it as fast as I can. Let's jump into the why. All right, why is someone being a bully? Well, the number 1 reason why someone is being a bully is probably that they're just being honest and straightforward with you. I swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, even if it makes you cry. Sometimes bullies are more interested in the end result, the product, the revenue, the profit, and they're not really realizing that what they're saying is cutting you like a knife. It's like they have a grenade launcher, and they're just haphazardly launching these grenades just with their honest and straightforward truth and facts. So they have no idea that they are being so terribly hurtful to you. So number 1 is they think they're just being honest. Number 2 is the same reason why the bullies in grade school knocked you down and stole your lunch money. They're terrified. They're living a life that we might not be able to imagine. They're scared, they're insecure, they have fears. Oh, here she goes with the fears again. If you haven't checked out our other videos, fear is a big topic of mine, but it literally makes us do crazy things and be terrible people. When you're scared, you're usually not yourself. They're either clueless or terrified. Those are the 2 reasons why people might be a bully. Now, what are we going to do about it? So number 1, you're going to get in their corner. Yeah, join their team. Get on Team Bully. It sounds crazy, but here's how you're going to do it. You're going to have an honest conversation with them. You're going to tell them that you want them to win. I want you to win. I want to help you win. I want to help you be the best that you can be. But you're scary. Yeah, you're scary. And so people are actually scared to tell you things that might help you win and be better. Now, I will tell you those things. I will challenge you. I will tell you the hard things. But you have to promise not to throw any grenades at me, not to cut me down with your words, not to slice me up, okay? I will tell you the tough things to make you a better person, to help you win, but you have to make sure that you know I'm on your team and I'm on your side, even when those things are scary and hard to hear. So that's the conversation you have with them. I'm going to get in your corner. I'm going to challenge you. It's going to be tough. I'm going to tell you things no one has said before because they're scared of you, but just remember, I've got your back and I'm always on your side. They've probably never had someone who had the guts to say that to them, so it's going to be huge. All right, number 2 is just to remember to be really authentic and truthful around them. If they're scared of something, likely they're scared of being betrayed. That's one of the biggest fears. Is someone lying or not being their real selves, or me not being able to get to know who they really are? It's why I push and I push and I push. I try to push someone to their breaking point to make sure that I can trust them and that there isn't a hidden them underneath that I don't know about. So be authentic and be truthful and be yourself. All right, keep your emotions in check. If a bully sees that you're getting emotional or that you're being weak, it's kind of like a little trigger in their brain to fire up that grenade launcher and come at you full force like we're going to war. Weakness, attack! So make sure you keep your emotions in check. Remember that it's likely not personal, even though it feels incredibly personal. Talk to them when your emotions are low, when things are cool, and when everyone is on a level playing field. Don't be scared of their emotions. They're big. They have a lot of passion, there's a lot of anger in them, but it's not always directed at you. It's just the way they feel everything. Sadness feels like anger, anger feels like anger, sometimes even happiness feels like anger for bullies and 8s. So just keep your emotions level and let theirs do their thing and don't take it personally. The next thing is, if you happen to be managing a bully, keep them busy. A lot of times they act out because they're bored and it's fun to watch the drama. I know, they sound like the worst people, but I promise I'm not a terrible person. But sometimes boredom is absolutely the reason why they will act out. So keep them busy, keep them thinking, and keep them challenged. And they will likely be on their best behavior. The last part of what to do comes from a book called Crucial Conversations. Now, I've created a little bit of a cheat sheet, so there's a link to the book below. If you buy the book, send me a screenshot of your Amazon receipt and I will send you my cheat sheet from the book, all about how to handle these crucial conversations. But we're gonna walk through the steps that they take you through in the book very briefly. Step 1 is to know your motives. So before you go into the conversation, make sure you know what you want to gain in the end. Know your motives. Remember, bullies want to win. They can be blinded by winning and bait you into a competition that will become an all-out war. And don't worry about winning, worry about whatever outcome you decide on before the conversation. Step number 2 is to make sure you keep it safe. Show that you care, show that you can be trusted, show that you respect them. And if you need to apologize, if there's something that you've done that you need to apologize for, and then use contrasting. Now, they go into this in detail in the book, and I really love this method, so check it out. But basically what it is saying, I don't mean for you to feel this way, I do want you to hear this. So you're gonna say up front what you don't want to happen and also say what you do want. That helps people to not feel threatened by saying straight out, I don't mean this. I don't want to discredit all the hard work you do. I just need you to come to work on time. Might be an example. All right, step 3 is to watch out for our stories. We tell ourselves some pretty dramatic stories. So watch out for what stories you're telling yourself. Make sure you check your facts. You're gonna know that you're relying heavily on a story if your emotions and your adrenaline really start running high. That's a great sign that you are telling a story and you're not focused on the facts. The facts rarely get us that worked up and upset. It's our emotions coming into play that really cause problems. So step 3 is to watch out for your stories. Step 4 is to use an acronym that they call STATE. So you're going to share your facts. Say exactly what has been happening. when you did X, Y, and Z, or X, Y, and Z happened. Then you're going to tell your story. So you're going to say how those things made you feel. Then you're going to ask, what do you think about this? How do you feel about this? How do you see this? What do you think? How do you feel? And you've got to listen when you ask. And you're going to make sure you talk tentatively. So again, no emotions. We're leaving those at home. We're not getting heated. We're not being high and mighty. We're not coming from a better place. Last is to encourage testing. So you're going to encourage other points of view. So the E in state is for encourage testing. So we're going to ask more questions. So you're going to ask for other opinions, ask what they're thinking, ask how they feel about it, and then play devil's advocate. You're really going to try to see what's happening from the other person's point of view. Now 5 is to explore the other side. We're going to dive deeper into the other side. And here we might realize that we actually do have a disconnect. So we're going to agree on what we agree on. We're going to build on what we don't agree on. So I might say, I agree with you there, but I also think this. And then we're going to compare. We don't see this the same way. Here's how I see it. How do you see it? Again, we're going to be open-minded and listen for that other story. Step 6 is that we're going to follow up. If we agree that there's some behavior that needs to change or some action that needs to happen, we're going to set who's responsible for them, and then we're going to follow up. All right, so those are all of your steps for what to do with a bully. Let's review them really quickly. I know the last one is really long. So we're gonna get in their corner. I'm on your side, I've got your back, but I'm gonna challenge you. We're gonna be authentic. We're gonna keep our emotions in check. We're going to keep them busy. And then we're gonna have that crucial conversation if it absolutely has to happen. And that is how you deal with a bully, or me, when I was younger. Hopefully I'm not nearly as much of a bully as I was back then. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Check out the Enneagram Amplified course. Go buy your Crucial Conversations book, send me the link, and I will send you my cheat sheet. All right, thank you guys.